Here's a question I'd like to start with. When you, as I understand it, when Wix.com initially filed for its IPO, it was going to be on the New York Stock Exchange, but ultimately you went with the NASDAQ. Why?
Well, the reality is that I don't really know. For something technical that I think we felt more comfortable to go to NASDAQ. But I think that if we have to choose again, we'll probably choose NASDAQ again. I think it's a better home for most tech companies, and you have all the leading, I think most of the leading tech companies in NASDAQ, so I think it's for us it was a better choice.
And that is most definitely what everybody thought up until a year and a half ago when Facebook went public. And as we've since learned, you know, Facebook's IPO, to the degree that it was a bit of a disaster, that was NASDAQ's fault. There's a documentary record to prove it. So how did you get over that? You don't want to have to deal with anything like that, listing your shares on NASDAQ. How did they reassure you that there wouldn't be another Facebook-like debacle?
Well, I think we've seen a couple more companies going public since Facebook, and I think that if they made one mistake on a really extraordinary deal in terms of size and complexity, it doesn't necessarily reflect their ability to execute going forward. So we had full trust, 100% trust on NASDAQ, on being able to help us and go through this process correctly, and I think it was well placed. So you can see our stock is doing well today.
It is indeed trading up, and I'm sure you feel good about that. You're a money-losing company. Twitter is a money-losing company. Twitter prices its shares tonight, and by all accounts, it's going to be a successful IPO. It certainly looks that way. Have the public markets grown more accepting of money-losing tech companies? Because I've read your securities filings, your prospectus, and you don't know when you're going to make money. In fact, you say that you aren't going to make money for quite a while because you need to keep reinvesting it in the business.
Well, actually, it's not exactly accurate. I think that if you look at the balance today on operational level, we actually make money. But I think that it's a bigger question than that, and I think that well, you raise money when you go public, right?
To strive to keep the position of whatever is called the startup nation.
Okay, now your concerns range from, for example, fewer people studying science at university, yes, less government investment in research and development, and also the strong shekel. How do we resolve some of these issues that you're concerned about?
Well, in my view, first of all, the most important thing is education. Because if you look on Israel, actually it's true globally, and actually in our company we're looking on STEM, science, technology, engineering and stuff like that, but especially in Israel. In Israel, if you look around, in China there are more people doing productive stuff. In India, there are great engineers. In Ireland, there are wonderful tax entertainment. The great thing about Israel is creativity.